so welcome to another beer review. Today we've got another German IPA, something that I'm really excited for. I picked it up last week from Birretta for about €3.60, so that's a really good price. Well, let's see if it's still a good price when I've actually drank it. Two things enticed me to pick this one up. The first one was the label, and the second point was the fact that it's made with 8 different hops. Now, my very small research, there just seemed to be no information about what specific hops they used, and that really intrigued me. Not that my very undeveloped palate could detect specific hops anyway. Today's beer comes from Brandy's Braugarage, which is a microbrewery in Wallersdorf. This is their Tropical Sun IPA, coming in at 5.9% in a half-litre bottle. So €3.60 for half a litre of craft beer. I think that's around $2.80, $2.90, something like that. Very intrigued about this one. I've had it chilling and I've had it out for about 20 minutes, mainly because it's took me 20 minutes to get this far into doing a review. Before I open it, let's have a quick look at the bottle cap and the label. Really nice. It's really nice and simple, but it just appeals to me greatly and it makes my mouth water straight away. Maybe it's the use of colour in the typography. But yeah, anyway, let's get this beer opened. Nice bit of smoke there. Oh yeah. Epic fail so far, but it smells nice. I'm giving this a bit too much head, I reckon. Oh well. Pour that in. Let's get all of that stuff in there. Now, in terms of colour, it's very cloudy, that's for sure. It's almost like cola bottle sweet brown, or a very hazy, slightly caramelly look. It definitely looks nice. It definitely looks intriguing. It's poured a 3-finger head, and yeah, it seems to be dissipating quite slowly. Very nice looking head, off-white. Looks almost muddy. Nice levels of carbonation it seems as well. Let's give it a sniff. Definitely a lot of piney notes there. Hints of lychee, grapefruit, although not too strong. Slight hint of straw. It's not a very aromatic beer, and it's not a punchy smelling beer. It is quite subtle, but it's not pedestrian. And from the smell, it actually seems to be nicely balanced. Let's have a taste. Excuse me. I'm almost getting like a very slight butterscotch flavour there. That's like the initial thing that's just come to mind. It's definitely not as fruity as the initial sniff. I'm guessing a lot of the hops could have potentially cancelled each other out. It's definitely got a good malt backbone in there. It's very subtle on the sweetness. Got a really nice mouthfeel. Carbonation kind of dies down very quickly when it's in your mouth, and it just swirls around your palate really nicely. There's a nice sourness there as well, and it's really not that bitter at all in the aftertaste. There is, I was saying before that you can't really detect too much fruit in there, but there is a slight fruitiness that I can't put my finger on at all. And there's no real flavours demanding your attention. Although I can't really detect anything specifically, it just tastes like an IPA, as silly as that sounds. It's very balanced. It could potentially be a bit more, I don't know, have a bit more zing to it. It's definitely hoppy. Definitely hoppy. But I have to say that it is really tasty as well. It's definitely more than drinkable. It really is. Maybe like the slightest flavour of grapefruit. I can't analyse it fully because I can't really detect anything that's screaming for attention. It's just very nicely balanced. Not too bitter, not too sweet. Potentially could have a little bit more zing to it, maybe. But that being said, the zing that it lacks doesn't take anything away from it because this is a really nice, satisfying IPA. It's not the best IPA that I've ever tried, but I've tried a hell of a lot worse. And is it worth the €3.60 that I paid for it? Some people might find this IPA a tad bit pedestrian. Now let's have another quick look at that. Just I don't know why I'm finding that a very odd colour. It just instantly reminds me of those cola bottle jelly sweets. But yeah, it's tasty, but it's not too complex. There's no overriding flavours. And all in all, it's a very satisfying drink indeed. And yeah, if it seems like I'm disappointed by it, I slightly am, because I was expecting some sort of punch. But yeah, I'm not going to take away from that beer too much because it is tasty. Who knows, maybe a different batch might taste a little bit different. Does it need the whole 8 hops in there? Probably not. There's probably some sort of fighting in that regard. Probably put too many different hops there. They could probably tweak the recipe a little bit and go in a specific direction. So if you want to find out more about this beer, I will put links down below, as well as any potential buying links, because it's definitely one that you should check out. And yeah, I'm off to make some beads on toast. See you guys later. Oh, and don't forget to check out the Clueless Drinker playlist.